So where were you? Hey, Marcella, you seen Earl?
Huh?
Hey, Earl, the stuff's here. Hey, Marcella, where's Rose?
Cut it out. Don't bother him, Charlie. They put Ray Baker in there.
What smart idea was that?
There was never any lack of adjectives in describing the 20s. Roaring, turbulent, restless, gaudy, tragic. It was a time of national fever. A time when any man at any moment might confuse emotion with critical judgment, fiction with fact. It was an era dominated by the grotesque, the murderer, the bootlegger, the procurer. By men like Chicago Ray Baker, lover of parties, fine food, pretty girls, master of deceit and the sawed-off shotgun. I knew Baker. I hated him for what he was, for what he did, for what he might have done. My name's Barney Ruditsky. 20 years, gangster squad, police department, city of New York.
That's her.
Come on.
Like you can't catch your breath.
Yeah, well, just take your time, Lorna. Take your time.
And the things you remember. She was such a fat little baby. She had a little gold ring. I wonder if I still got that. How am I going to tell her mother?
Did Rose say who all was going to be at the party?
Well, all the girls in the show. Earl Coleman. He was giving the party. Charlie Trout. Somebody named Sage, I don't know.
What about Ray Baker?
No. She wouldn't have gone if he was going to be there. She used to say to me, Daddy, I'm afraid of that fellow. He was from Chicago, friend of Mr. Capone's. He was always after her. She hated him. Barney, how am I going to tell her mother?
Well, would you like me to do that, Lou?
No. I'd better.
For Rose Griffith, the party ended at 13 minutes past 1. For everybody else, it was a long night, a chilly morning. Earl Coleman, the host. 38 years old, bootlegger, one-time trigger man for the Diamond Mob. Currently in the process of organizing a mob of his own. Roman Lesage, Coleman's bodyguard. Charles Jerome Trout, 40. Coleman's lieutenant. There was only one important guest missing. Chicago Ray Baker, Mr. Capone's friend.
Detectives feels. Didn't. Well, all I can tell you is to keep looking. Oh, wait a minute. It's Ray Baker alias Ray Davis alias George Davis alias Ray George. Yeah, I'll be here.
Thanks, Marcel. Coleman.
Take your hat off.
Just Coleman.
Where he goes, I go.
Fine. I'll use my influence. When he goes to the chair, I'll say that you go with him. All right, Coleman, now we're going to quit playing games. I want to know, where's Baker?
What the babe have to tell you?
What do you care?
Me? I don't care.
Where were you when Rose started screaming?
In the kitchen.
Alone?
The sage was with me.
What time did Baker bust in on the party?
Must have been about 11 o'clock. He passed out about 11:15. So, we stuck him in a bedroom.
What was he doing when Charlie opened the door to the bedroom?
I don't know.
What about Charlie? What does he say about it?
He says all he seen was this girl, Rose, when she jumped.
She what?
Jumped.
Listen, now get this straight. This wasn't some cheap tomato you kiss off and forget about the next day. This was Rose Griffith. You understand? I was at her christening. Ate Sunday dinner with the family. She didn't jump. She couldn't jump. I told you, Coleman, we're going to quit playing games. Baker was in that room with her, and I want him. If I can't have him, I'll have anybody else who's convenient like you were, buddy. So come on now, how about it? Make up your mind right now. It's either you or him.
You got about 20 minutes. He's taking a 610 to Chicago.
Hot seat? Get used to it, Coleman.
Baker, what time did you get to the party?
I don't know.
We're looking for Rose.
I'm starving to death. Haven't you got a piece of candy or a stick of gum?
What'd you want to see Rose for?
I don't remember.
You wanted to talk to her, why?
Ruditsky, what do you think? I'm lying to you? I don't remember. I ain't a drinker. I never was. Guy, give me a glass. I had, I don't know, maybe a couple and I'm out.
You remember when the boys put you in the bedroom?
No.
You remember Rose coming in?
No. Maybe.
You were laying on the bed, you got up.
She was saying something like, quit it, get out of here. She was yelling her head off.
Where was she?
But by the, I think by the window.
You pushed her out, didn't you, Baker? I didn't you?
Yeah, maybe. Ruditsky, give me a break.
Chet, Fields, we need a steno up here right away.
You see, I was sick. I mean, it was a crazy day, you know? It was an accident. Ruditsky, give me a break. Look, you treat me right, I treat you guys right, huh? You want to know why Al sent me out east? I'll tell you why.
Fine, you tell me.
He's thinking of a distributorship. Well, he sent me out here to look over this Coleman. Well, right away, I see it wouldn't work, see? So I call Al. I say, Al, this guy's a real nothing. So Al says, forget it. Wait a minute! Hey, you know, I heard a few things. You know, you guys are gonna have a real war on your hands. You know this Charlie Trout? Well, he ain't happy with Coleman. He don't trust him. He's gonna take over himself. You want to know where Coleman receives the stuff? Montauk Point. There'll be a shipment Wednesday night about 9:30. Ruditsky, give me a break, huh?
Max, tell the federal boys about the Montauk Point job. I'll handle this. Right. Phil, headed voluntary statement of Raymond Torrance Baker and Ray the Murder Rose Griffith, dated today, present, Raymond Torrance Baker, Detective Barney Ruditsky, and yourself. All right, friend, come on, let's go. Ray Baker confessed on April the 7th, a Monday. On Wednesday, services were conducted for Rose Griffith. Lou, we're waiting for you in the car.
Baker gonna get the chair?
I think so.
Can I see it?
No, you wouldn't want to.
Can I see it?
No. Come on.
Ruditsky? I'm too late for the service, huh? Just got in from Chicago. Al sent me.
Is that right?
Al's real upset about all this. I mean, you know, young girl like that killing herself. You picking up Baker by accident. Anyhow, Al wanted to pay his respects. He thought roses would be nice. He told me to check with you first about the card. He wants to do it right. Baker's a real good friend of Al's. Al don't want him worried. So if you decide you made a mistake, you want to reopen the case, there's 10 grand there. Al says you go to the DA. Tell him you picked up 5. Offer him half. You keep the rest. You get into any trouble, you call Al. Al takes care of you.
That's your lucky day. The case against Baker was tied up.
He's here.
Pretty as a bouquet of roses. Until...
One of the federal boys on the Montauk Point job.
Oh? Ruditsky? Oh, yeah, Paul, how are you? Well, what does he want to talk to me for? Where are you? All right, I'll be there as soon as I can. They missed the boat at Montauk, but they knocked off Coleman's truck at a roadblock on the way in. Charlie Trout was driving. He's in Jamaica Hospital dying. Wants to see me.
What for?
Huh?
Want me to go along?
No. You finish up with Buster and... Charlie. Barney. Barney Ruditsky, can you hear me?
They said you called the shots on this. Who tipped you? Earl?
No.
Don't give me that. He knew this was my last trip. Ruditsky.
Yeah.
You want to know who killed Rose Griffith?
I already know, Charlie. Ray Baker confessed.
No. I seen it. Coleman.
Coleman?
I come in. She was trying to get away from him. He was holding her half out of the window. He let her go. Then he beat it out of the other door. Everybody thought it was Ray Baker. But he was out blotto. It was Coleman. Ruditsky. He can't get away with a dirty.
John? Charlie.
Gotham Gossip. Your reporter hears that Act 2 in the cheesy drama of Ray Baker versus the People took place in the sanctuary of the Rosemead Chapel, when a Chicago hood offered Detective Barney Ruditsky 10,000 clams to gum up the works in the case against Baker. Ruditsky said no in no uncertain terms. We think Ruditsky's answer was worthy of a police medal. Here, you want it? Let's start a scrapbook.
Max, did you know that Ray Baker was using the black stuff?
Opium? No.
Police surgeon report just come through.
Oh. So?
So if he had a pipe that night and then somebody gave him a drink on the party, well, you know, he really would have gone out. You know, this stuff doesn't mix with alcohol. Why, he wouldn't have had enough strength to push over a feather.
Come on, Barney, what are you worrying about? What Charlie told you? Now, look, the guy was just out to get Coleman, that's all. He would have said anything.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
Max, the man was dying. He knew it. He sent for a priest. Maybe he just wanted to put the record straight.
Oh, bourgeois.
Where are you going?
I'll be back.
What's so important? I told you everything I know. If I could help Rose, you think I wouldn't?
Can you help me?
Maybe. Depends.
Marcel, was Ray Baker on the hip the night of the party?
To tell you the truth, Mr. Ruditsky, I think he was. I think I could smell it. That opium has a funny smell.
Where was Earl Coleman when Rose was killed?
Gee, I don't know.
In the kitchen?
No, because I was in there a minute or two before. He wasn't there then.
What about Roman Lesage?
Oh, Lesage sticks to Coleman like a mustard plaster. No, I didn't see either one of them.
There's a door between the bedroom and the hall. Do you remember whether that was open or shut?
That door was open. Yes, open. Ray was on the floor. Boy, was he sick. That crummy rat. Some of the girls said maybe Rose jumped by herself just to get away from him. And I said, what's the difference? Even if he didn't push her, that louse deserves to burn for 1,000 other things. Who cares why he gets it? Just so he gets it. Who cares? Listen, I got a cue, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just on a level.
Look, come on in.
You
Let me explain.
filth! I hope you burn 1,000 years for every bloody dollar you took. Go on, live with your slimy friends. Protect them, be a bodyguard, that's all you're good for. Protect your slimy friends.
No, I don't buy this. I won't lie to you, Barney. Had me going for a while, but you, they don't bribe.
Thanks, Max.
You are in trouble, though. There's going to be an investigation.
Now, when?
Tomorrow, next day.
Well, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. Coleman's my boy. I'll just have to go out and get him.
Oh, your one witness is dead.
There were 2 witnesses, Max. Where was Roman Lesage?
Well, he was with Coleman. That's right. That's a possibility.
Sure, Lesage and Coleman were together that night. Even Coleman admits that. But they weren't together in the kitchen.
How do you know?
Marcel. She was in the kitchen a couple of minutes before the murder. Lesage and Coleman were nowhere around.
Well, they could have gone out of the hotel. Oh, that's right. Somebody said they came back into the bedroom right after Charlie screamed.
Look, Max. Here's the bedroom, huh? The hall, the kitchen, and the living room. Now, Charlie Trout was standing here in the doorway blocking it so nobody could see in. Suppose Lesage and Coleman lit out into the hall, went up through the kitchen, come back through the living room. How long you think it'd take him?
Oh, a few seconds, less than a minute.
All right, less than a minute.
Okay, so we go pick up Lesage, huh?
And we picked him up all right, but not just yet.
You haven't got much time, Barney.
I think we got enough time to light a little fire under our boy. Lou Griffith gave me an idea when he said I ought to be a bodyguard.
What are you talking about?
We spread a little rumor around town, you know, that Coleman killed Rose Griffith. Just the way that Charlie described it to me. We also say that Charlie died before he got a chance to talk to anybody.
This is a straight dope? All around town, huh? Well, I'll talk to you later.
Who was that?
Nobody important.
Here are your cigarettes in the paper. They didn't have a mirror, so I got your news.
What else did you get?
Nothing. You said cigarettes in the paper.
You talk to anybody?
When? Just now? Nobody.
Deal the cards.
What do you mean, who did I talk to?
Just like I said. I thought maybe you might have met some of your friends.
What friends?
I don't know. Maybe some of your cop friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny, huh? It's all around town. The cops know all about me and Rose. Just like they had an eyewitness report.
Yeah, well... You think I told them?
Did you, Lesage?
Earl, what's the matter with you? What would I go to the cops for?
Somebody went. Charlie's dead. It wasn't him.
Charlie talked before. Earl, you gotta be kidding.
Yeah. I gotta be. Let's play.
You'll be back down on the beat for this, Fields. You got no right to pull me in. I want a lawyer.
Call one.
You can't hold me, Ruditsky.
That's right. You know, there's a rumor going around town that you and Earl aren't getting along too good these days.
The rumor is wrong, Copper.
You want a bodyguard?
No, I don't want a bodyguard.
All I have to do is call down, have somebody with you every minute.
But Barney, won't that be a little dangerous? I mean, Roman comes up here like this and talks to us for a little while. If he leaves with the police escort, what's his friend Earl gonna think?
Well, he won't think anything more than he's thinking already. Knows only two people saw him kill the girl, Charlie and Roman here. And Charlie's dead, so... Max, I think we ought to get him a bodyguard just on general principles.
It won't work, Copper. Earl trusts me.
Well, you know him better than we do, pal. Of course, if you were to turn state's evidence, somebody could pick Earl up, put him where he couldn't get at you. He wouldn't need a bodyguard. Chet, Barney. Send up a stenographer, will you, please? Thanks. On October 25th, Earl Coleman was executed by the state of New York for the murder of Rose Griffith. 2 months later, on Christmas Day, Raymond Baker died in a Chicago gutter in a gun battle between members of the O'Banion mob and the Capone organization. Roman Lesage was committed to the State Asylum for the Insane in 1930 and died there in 1932. It was a turbulent era, gaudy and violent. It was chaotic and full of inequities. But most of the time, for the man with patience, there was justice, too.